Welcome to Dreadful Digest, where we look at your favorite horror novels and rip apart their adaptations. I'm one of your hosts, Tessa Nelson.
And I'm Sam.
And today we are covering The Black Phone. That's where I got my Blumhouse shirt on. And yeah, it's based on the short story by Joe Hill. And there's going to be a new one coming out tomorrow. When this comes out, it'll be tomorrow.
I was going to say, I was really surprised that we didn't do this when the new one was coming out.
It will be. The day before.
Like we didn't watch it and then do the...
Yeah. But I was like, there's no way. I mean, the short story, there's like nothing that they're going to take from that.
That's true. There's no... like it's all in the first movie.
Yeah.
There's nothing else that could possibly... It's just...
It's almost like, what's the point of a sequel?
I mean, we could... Whoa.
I mean, I'm excited about it, but like...
Says the woman in the Blumhouse shirt.
I know.
Whoa. Yeah, I mean, we should probably watch it.
Yeah, I'm excited. The trailer looks good. It looks creepy. Mm-hmm. I mean, and as we'll get into, I'm a fan of this first movie quite a bit, so I'm excited.
I thought you would be.
Why do you say it like that?
I just thought you would be. I just knew coming today.
I feel like that's an insult, but I can't figure out why.
I feel that way about a lot of things that we read, though, where I'm just kind of like, I just know Tessa's eating this up.
Okay. We'll get to it, but I meant the movie. I like the movie.
I like the short story.
Okay, well, let's
get into it.
Let's get into it. Do you have a history with the Black Phone, either version?
No. I have zero history with this. I actually, like, when the movie came out, I was like, this obscure, like, I was like, what is this? And then I didn't watch it for like 3 years.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't really care that much.
Okay. Was this your first time watching it? Oh.
I know a lot of people loved it. I just like, and I like Ethan Hawke. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why I like never came around to it, but I don't know.
Okay.
The concept didn't quite grip me.
Didn't quite grab you?
Did not, horrible.
You walked right into that one.
The concept did not grab me, and I didn't quite sit down for that one. But I enjoyed it. So,
how'd you feel about Ethan Hawke shirtless?
How did I know you were gonna ask me this? It caught me by surprise.
Yeah.
Also,
not complaining about it though.
Zero hair.
Not complaining about it though.
Zero? What's going on? He has the time he's wearing a mask every day.
It is very interesting.
And he's completely shaven.
Yeah. His hair, like the rest of him, seems very unkempt.
Right, but he is keeping up that chest.
Yeah. And valid. Good for him.
The only people seeing it are kids though. Like you gotta wonder what's...
You think only kids are watching this movie?
No. Well, obviously not. Considering we did. No, I don't mean the movie. I mean the only people in the context of the world seeing his bare chest are children.
Oh, well, of course. I guess.
What do you mean, of course? Like, this is what I don't, like, I
guess we don't know specifics about why this...
That's the thing.
Getting into spoilers, this guy called the Grabber...
It's explaining the plot.
Grabs kids off the street and kidnaps them, and it puts them in his basement and then kills them.
But
does he do anything else? I don't know.
And in real life, he would, right?
Yes, and we'll get
talk about that?
It in terms of they were debating on going with the John Wayne Gacy type when casting, and so I think it could very well be implied, but we don't ever get anything confirmed.
I feel like they purposely did not imply it, because if they even lightly implied it, it would have been implied.
They wouldn't be able to sell merch with the Grabber's face.
They would not be able. That's so true, and also so cynical.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're fine with them kidnapping children. We'll have that on a shirt.
I mean.
Anyway, I'm not gonna continue with that.
No, I think you should continue with that. I think we should keep.
What's your
non-spoiler
review?
My non-spoiler review is. I need you to go first this time.
Okay. I would say I really like the first one, the movie. Haven't seen the second one yet. Really like the Black Phone movie. I think Scott Derrickson is a really good director. He also did Sinister, and have you seen that movie?
No.
Okay, well,
actually, I've seen part of it.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking of the intro where it's all that B-roll, the credits. I think that opening is really creepy. The music's really creepy, and you can see that in Sinister a bit. Like with the he finds this footage in the basement or in the attic in that movie, and like when he watches it, it's like this Super 8 footage, and it's really creepy. And I think he nails that stuff very well. So the fact that he was able to create a film based on such a short story and like add more elements that work, I gotta applaud that. So I would recommend the movie. The short story, you can read it if you want, but you're not really getting anything more out of it, I would say.
Yeah, this is one of the rare times when we've been reading something where I feel like the movie, and I guess this is a non-spoiler review. I wanted to do a little quippy, fun letterboxed one, but I don't have one this time. This is one of the few movies that we've watched where I actually feel like they didn't alter the source material in a fundamental way, and they enhanced it in a visual way that actually served the narrative consistently the whole movie. There's no exception to what I've just said. Like, and this is not like hyper praise for I'm not saying like, oh my God, this is the best movie ever.
Yeah.
But of everything we've watched, I feel like there's either been fundamental narrative changes, or the changes that are made are not in line with the original story's intent. Whereas I feel like this one, it's like everything they added. Well, I disagree with some choices they made with the sister,
Okay.
but overall, like anything that was changed could have happened in the original story or works, you know?
Yeah.
So for that, that's kind of what the whole pod is about.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's learn what this movie and book or short story is about. I have a short synopsis here that applies to both because they're very similar. So The Black Phone is about a teenage boy named Finney who is abducted by a serial child killer known as the Grabber. He is put in the Grabber's basement. He's trapped down there. This is where Finney encounters this mystical black phone. It's like an old classic rotary phone. And he uses it to plot his escape by communicating with the ghosts of the Grabber's slain victims. And that is the short synopsis I have.
Well, it's more like they communicate with him.
Yeah, they call him.
He doesn't really.
Because it doesn't work, quote unquote, but they can communicate.
So what do we think the technology there is?
Like ghosts talking to a phone? What do you mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't question it. My main question is like why have that in the basement anyway?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I definitely we can talk about this more when we get into the differences. But I definitely thought, like, when I imagined the room when reading the short story, I thought it was significantly smaller.
Yes, no, it definitely was. It was described as being one room.
Well, it is one room,
with
isn't
the
it?
mattress and the toilet in the same. But in
I
the
thought it was
film,
like, yeah, in the same, like.
In the film, it's like a room, and then he goes to the side, and there's a toilet.
Right.
So it's a little bit bigger.
Which I guess in real life is more
accurate.
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 Yeah. How that type of room would be set up. Like if that was an actual bedroom, like there would be a little turnaround area for the restroom, as opposed to torture chamber, which is what I interpreted the book to be. I don't know which makes more sense to have a phone in. Like I kind of feel like the movie makes more sense to have a phone in because it could have been a bedroom, whereas having it in the book is kind of like, okay, why is there a phone in this one by one room?
Yeah, because even like going into spoiler territory, but the Grabber in both versions is like, it hasn't worked since I was a kid. And so it's like he's been living in the same house since he was a kid. Was he forced to go down in the basement by his parents? That's what it kind of alludes to. But then why would you have a black phone or any color phone? I guess why would you have a phone, specifically? Why would you have a phone when somebody could use it to call? And
right.
If you're trying to keep someone down there,
it kind of is like, why is there? Just conceptually, like, why?
Yeah, and we'll get to why he was inspired by this concept, like how he came up with this in the research.
Maybe we should do that.
Okay, let's dive into the research.
Instead of poking holes in it.
Yeah,
let's give him a chance.
Why did you do this, Joe Hill?
Yeah.
So yeah, the Black Phone comes from an anthology novel called 20th Century Ghost. It was published in 2005. It is Joe Hill's first published novel-length work. And if you didn't know, he is the son of Stephen King. You didn't know this?
No, I didn't do any research.
Okay. Yeah, so he is the son of Stephen King. He also wrote the Lock and Key series, if you've heard of that.
This is basically a Stephen King fan podcast.
I know, at this point, we just always doing King.
Just like when's the last time we did something that wasn't Stephen King? That I was on?
What did we do last time?
I don't know.
We did Long Walk, and then what did we... Oh, War of the Worlds. We just did War of the
Okay, but that
Worlds.
doesn't count because that was like old. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's true. Yeah, what are some newer authors?
Like to me in my head, it's I Know What You Did Last Summer. That's what I remember being the last thing we did.
That's
in
old
my
too.
head. Yeah, but like
yeah, we'll do more non-King hopefully. But yeah, so he wrote the Lock and Key book series. He also did Horns that got an adaptation with Daniel Radcliffe. I don't know
anything about that.
I don't know. We'll have to cover it maybe.
I'll look at it.
And then he also did Nosferatu, but spelled Nosforatu.
Oh, I do know that one.
Yeah, that's a TV show, I believe. Yeah. So
Okay.
he's got some stuff that we could definitely cover more in the future.
Yeah.
But Hill, he chose to use an abbreviated form of his middle name for his professional surname in 1997 out of a desire to succeed solely based on his own merits.
Mr. Hill, I respect that.
Yeah, he did not want to be associated with his dad, but after this book was successful, he then officially announced his identity. Did you happen to read any of the other stories? Because I did not.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry,
So
Joe.
if there's some other good stuff in there, let me know, but we only read The Black Phone. The Black Phone, this short story, remains special to Hill because it marked a kind of personal turning point in his life. He said, quote, "I was a failed novelist. I had written 4 novels I couldn't sell, but I learned how to write a short story. When I was working on The Black Phone, and it almost wanted to become a novel. I could see how to expand it. In the end, I didn't quite trust my abilities to carry it off. I thought, I've written 4 failed novels, so there's no reason to think this would be any better."
Wait, what?
Yeah,
He wrote 4 failed novels?
I guess so, yeah.
Aw.
Said, "If I wrote it as a short story, though, I think I know where I could sell it. There's
Somebody
an editor
needs to write a book about him. Sorry, me interrupting. I'm just feeling sad for him because he wrote 4 failed novels and his dad is
now
Stephen
he's
King. Okay, now it's
successful.
fine. But like imagine your dad is Stephen King, right? First of all, imagine that. Second of
I don't
all,
want to imagine.
so that's already the world you're living in.
Yeah, that's a
Second of
nightmare.
all, you're like, I kind of want to do this writing thing too. Me adding fan fiction to Joel's life. You're like,
I
I kind of want to do
about this guy. But we'll just make up.
I want to do
make it
this
up.
writing gig too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for it, Dad. Do you believe in me? This is what I'm imagining is happening. And
He's like, yeah, go
he's
for
like,
it.
go for it, Joe. And Joe's like, okay. And he does it first time, doesn't work. He's like, oh man, that sucks. My dad's Stephen
Yeah,
King.
4 is a lot. Actually, that
Okay,
sucks.
that's okay. I'm just gonna do another one. Does another one. Oh no, it's again. Again. One more. Okay, 3rd time's the charm. Oh,
Nope.
that one didn't quite work out. But maybe that's insane.
Yeah, I would have stopped at that point. Probably.
I think I would have stopped after 3.
Dang, that's a good point.
But
I didn't think about that.
I'm just feeling for him.
But hey, 5th time's a charm.
5th time's the charm,
20th Century
apparently.
Ghost worked, I guess.
Guess so.
He got inspired. Well, okay, I want to go back because he mentioned he could see expanding it. Now, as I was reading it, I was like, I would have liked to see this expanded, I think. So he said that he was thinking about making this into a novel. Would you have liked to have seen that?
So I don't know.
Yeah. We haven't read any of his other work, so I guess I don't know the quality.
Well, also it's just kind of like it's so bare bones that I don't know. Like I like how the movie expanded upon it. Mm-hmm. I don't know how he would have expanded. It's hard to say. It's like I don't know.
Yeah, I guess him just being stuck in the basement for longer.
Maybe it would have gone
Maybe.
darker than that though.
Yeah, who knows?
And that could have been good. There could have been more of a point because I will say 2004?
2005.
2005
Yeah.
is a little late for stranger danger messages, I have to say. Like I do think like I kind of like that the movie puts this in the 70s. It does, right?
Yeah.
I watched it. I just wanted to
No one
double
was
check.
saying
I
you-
just wanted to double check.
No one said you didn't watch it.
They said it in the 70s, and I think, I mean, I don't know what, like, you know, when was that like tele ad? When was that like
check where your kids are. It's
Yes,
late
you
or
know what I'm
whatever.
talking about.
Yeah, those
Like-
were still airing when I was a kid.
They were.
Yeah.
Okay, when did they start?
I don't know that.
Why don't you know that?
That's a random bit of information that I
but
don't
in my head, I'm like, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children
Right,
are?
yeah.
Like that thing, whenever that started, I imagine it's because kidnapping / I mean, there was a general attitude of parenthood, I think, in those decades, 70s and 80s, maybe 60s, 70s, 80s. I don't know. I wasn't alive. That was a little more lax,
Loosey-goosey,
I think, than
yeah.
obviously it is in present day. And
Like, you can ride your bike until 9 p.m.
right, or like, oh, if you're gonna crash with a neighbor, whatever, you know,
Yeah.
just stuff like that. I feel like, at least from what I've heard anecdotally, was a lot more common. So it makes sense to take this story about stranger danger and put it in that decade because that would have made sense. But 2005, present day, you're a child in 2005, and John Benet Ramsey went missing a decade ago, and you're helping this man with his van with his black balloons.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that anything should have happened here, but I think that you might have been ignoring some messages that a lot of other kids weren't ignoring. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's kind of like there's this general like feeling when you're watching the movie of like they're aware that these kids are being kidnapped, but they still feel like, oh, it's still safe to like walk home. Like they don't
Right.
like, you know what I mean? Like
I do.
they don't think it's gonna happen to them, I guess.
Yeah, but it is kind of.
But the Finney in the book, he almost does feel kind of off about this guy, but he still does help him.
And
I
well,
think
it's
that's a
different in the
difference.
book because I also feel like in the book he's at the grocery store, right? And a guy is putting his groceries in his car. Normal thing to happen. In the movie, Ethan Hawke just like pulls in front of him.
Yeah.
Doesn't he? And it's just like,
Yeah.
oh no, I dropped my eggs. And it's like, okay, like
Maybe you should
maybe you should have
be a little
maybe you
weary.
should not have helped him. Like
Yeah.
maybe you should, I mean, obviously like no victim blaming for these fictional characters, but maybe there should have been a little more critical thought about like stranger danger.
And also how he's presented in the film is much creepier. He's like the makeup he has on.
Yeah, you know, I mean, obviously we haven't even gotten to the differences between book and movie yet, but like the grabber is
That
very
is a
different in the
big
book.
difference, yeah.
And like it has no bearing on the story at all, the differences, but like
It is
very
interesting.
different. That is why Ethan Hawke is an interesting casting choice, in my opinion.
Yeah. But I like it. I like
me
his
too.
version for
Me
sure.
too. It's just different.
Yeah. So Joe Hill was inspired by his own childhood home, which was a renovated Victorian house, and in its basement was a disconnected phone on the wall. As a child, Hill thought that if the phone ever rang, he would run screaming. So this happened. This was a thing.
Okay, and these
What
are the
does that
times.
mean?
And listen, I'm an adult. I can say when I'm wrong. Okay, so I would have
No,
thought
but
that
I get
sounds
it. Like,
so
what-
unrealistic, but also
It doesn't make sense.
But honestly, a lot of the things that are the most unrealistic in movies, it turns out those are the things that are real. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
I guess. I'm just like, why would a Victorian house have this?
Also, Stephen King, why are
Why are you having a creepy basement?
I mean, yeah. Like if I was Stephen King, which Lord knows I'm not, I'd make a large effort to, keep my life. I'd probably live in a New York apartment.
Yes, something very like
So
safe.
removed.
Yeah.
So separate. Like not even,
Yeah.
not that there's not ghosts in the city.
True, but you're just I get what you mean though.
Yeah.
Just wanting to separate and not be in a creepy Victorian house.
But maybe you wouldn't have the urge to write about it if you didn't live in the creepy Victorian house.
True. But that's where the coat came in.
In the creepy Victorian house?
No, when he needed help writing.
See, and it's like, well, then why aren't you in your New York City apartment?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could work.
I'm talking a lot about Stephen King's lifestyle, which I know absolutely nothing about. But
It's okay. You
Entertainment
think
value.
at this point we would know everything about this man, but
you'd think we know a decent
we don't
amount.
need to. We don't need to. As I mentioned earlier, the villain in Hill's original story was inspired by the serial killer John Wayne Gacy. The first draft of the screenplay, even, it included a clown killer that was intended to be a reference to Gacy. You can kind of imagine the type of character that the grabber is in the book based on that description alone, I would say.
I low-key can't.
You don't know who John
I know
Gacy?
who he is, but
Oh.
I want to see him.
Yeah, get a picture up.
My search history. This is still not how I would describe this is still not what I would not match the book's description to
How
John
would
Wayne
you
Gacy.
describe it?
John Wayne Gacy or the book?
The book Scrabber.
Well, I'm pretty sure they call him grotesquely obese at
Yes,
one
they
point,
talk
which I
about
think
his
is
weight
like
a lot.
that's like his number one characteristic,
Yes.
which
I mean, that's Gacy a little bit.
I don't know. Well, maybe.
The thing, he also has glasses. He wears glasses. He's bald
yeah.
in the
He's
book.
bald.
Yeah.
He is bald in the book.
So how I kind of imagined him was how Norman Bates is described in the book. Again, another casting where it's like the book looks or is described very differently than how it was casted in the filmed version.
Sorry, I'm looking at pictures of John Wayne Gacy.
Something only few people have said. So let's dive into the film research here. It was released in 2022. It is an American supernatural horror film directed by Scott Derrickson with a screenplay he wrote with C. Robert Cargill. So it stars Ethan Hawke as the grabber. It also stars Mason Thames as the main character Finney. And
Mason Thames?
Mason Thames?
Who is that?
So he's in the new How to Train Your Dragon movie. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's popping off right now. Yeah. He's doing good.
And like when I watched him in the movie, I was like, I know him.
Yeah. This was like, I think, one of his first big movies. He's also in the new Colleen Hoover, Regretting You.
Wow.
Bringing it back. Colleen Hoover.
I was going to say, how many times have we talked about Colleen Hoover on this horror
Probably
podcast?
only once, but at the very beginning.
But it was an important mention.
Yes. The Black Phone was produced by Blumhouse Productions. Now, in the short story, there were no masks, but director Scott Derrickson, he liked the idea of the grabber wearing a mask and not being able to be himself without his face being covered. So the mask, there's a bunch of different types of masks, but they were designed by Tom Savini, who is a famous prosthetic makeup artist known for Friday the 13th, some Romero films. Like he really popped off in the horror sphere.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so there were up to 20 masks created for this film.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell. I mean, I don't know if you could tell that many, but you can tell a decent amount. And
Yeah.
it's also subtle, the changes.
Like
Yeah.
the fact that the mouth changes, like it just adds to the supernatural element of it a bit.
Yeah.
So they wanted to change the grabber from being a clown, which he is in the book, to a magician because they wanted to distance themselves from Pennywise, another Stephen King clown.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the reason. I guess there's just a lot of clowns, not a lot of magicians in horror. I feel like there should be more.
Magicians in horror.
Yeah, come on. What are we doing here?
That just seems that you're asking for it.
Yeah.
Like you're dealing with the dark arts or something. I don't know.
Literally. No, I see it. I see the vision.
Yeah.
And he also doesn't do that much magic anyway.
Yeah, he's like, want to see a magic trick? I'm going to spray this in your mouth.
Yeah, literally. Look at these balloons.
Look at these balloons.
Yeah. So both Hill and Derrickson were adamant in interviews that this film adaptation not have a, quote, bubblegum nostalgia of a Spielberg film. Hill said, quote, the movie becomes this very autobiographical statement on the part of Scott Derrickson about what it was like to grow up in the 70s in the Midwest and what the 70s really looked like. Do you think they captured the 70s?
I do. Actually, that was one of the things that I was impressed with in the movie is I feel like while certain things, in my opinion, were a little gimmicky, overall, I was like, nah, they got those kid actors in the right costumes with their hair on point.
Yeah.
Everybody looks like they stepped out of the 70s.
Mm-hmm. Even like the ghost children. Like Robin, the one at the arcade. Like I feel like they fit really well in that time period.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't go with like the 80s because that would have been very Stephen King.
Yeah, it really would have.
They did that.
I mean, there's still like a Stephen King element. I mean, yeah, with the whole bike riding that they got. I keep wanting to call her Susanna, but her name's Gwen in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
All the bike riding that they have her doing and like a lot of the characters doing. It's very / Stand By Me.
She even has the yellow rain jacket on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I will say though, to separate it from Stephen King, because I feel like a lot of his stuff with children, while it can be horrifying, it's also hopeful. And with this, it didn't feel hopeful. Like, you...
It's true. I mean, there's 5 dead children already.
What I mean
when
by
we
that
start
is,
the
like...
story.
It's... You really feel for Mason's character, Finney, because, like, he doesn't have any friends. He gets bullied constantly. He has to take care of his alcoholic dad. And his only companion is his sister, who she has a life of her own. She has friends. And so it's not like...
His sister's cool, though.
Yeah, she is cool. She does protect him. She stands up for him. But when you think of, like... When I think of Stephen King or It, I think of, like, the friends we made along the way. And it's like, well, the good thing that happened with him is he survived. And he stood up for himself, and maybe he'll have a good relationship at the end with his dad, and they can be a normal family.
The girl he likes talks to him at the end.
That's true.
She's winning.
You're right. He did get noticed by a girl, and you're right. It is hopeful in different aspects, but you know what I mean. It's not like he has that many people to rely on.
100%. No, I agree with everything that you're saying. I do want to add, however, into traditional movie fashion, like they kind of. And this is a slight criticism I have of the movie. They do kind of bonk you over the head with, this is the theme. And now the character is changing. And especially like in the moment where he's talking to his former friend who dies. And he's like, no, you had to stand up for yourself, you know? And today is the day that you're going to stand up for yourself.
Motherfucker. And then he kicks the gate in.
Yeah.
That's the other kid.
That's yes, but also Finney, when he's down there, he's like, "You're right. Today I will evolve as a character, and I will be different for the rest of the movie. And I have now altered the normal world, and you can see that because I'm going to walk around the halls at school, and all of the kids are going to go, oh my gosh, is that the guy who survived? And my shoulders are going to be a little bit further back because I've grown up." And that's how the movie is, and it's not like that's fine, you know what I mean? But it's like that is. One of the only things I have to say about it that's like I felt a little wishy-washy on is I was like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
You've definitely...
Hammers over the head.
Yeah, all due respect, you've movified what otherwise is a completely hopeless ending. In the book, I think there's
Very
less
Hollywood
of it.
ending.
Yeah, exactly. And in the movie, because of the character's evolution, which they make sure you know about, they infuse a little more hope than maybe the source material has.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much with the source material. I will say, I guess kind of talking about the ending, like, I don't know how to feel about the dad and maybe him kind of reconciling with the fact that he's been a bad father. I'm sure that does happen, but he was really abusive.
Yeah, he was physically abusive.
Yeah, it wasn't just being an alcoholic. It was like being physically abusive too. So it is kind of like, I don't know. Will he actually change, or is it going to just go back to how it was? I guess we'll have to see in the sequel.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there. Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah.
I assume we'll find out.
Yeah, hopefully. It'll be set, the sequel's going to be set in the 80s, so it'll be a time jump.
It's at like a summer camp, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. It looks cool. Like, I like the winter aesthetic.
What I will say that I like about the sequel, which I have not seen, is in the trailers, they have Finney, like, at a payphone. Makes sense.
Yeah, I love that.
There's payphones. I understand.
Was it a black payphone?
I think it was.
Okay.
And great.
Has to be.
Makes significantly more sense than what apparently is true to life.
So Ethan Hawke was disinclined to play this character because he did not want to take any more villainous parts. He feared being typecast. Yet the black phone story resonated with the actor so much, and the idea of the grabber being concealed by a mask further enticed him.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I also feel like I understand why he would take this part because of the mask.
Yeah, because you could
Because
really
you don't see him until the very end of the movie.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it could be anybody because I do think like Ethan Hawke has a good performance, but it really could be anybody wearing the mask.
Yeah, but he still is able to be really creepy without you seeing his facial expressions.
Yeah, and his eyes are very emotive.
Yeah. So the success of the Black Phone spawned an in-canon short film called Dream Kill. and it was also directed by Derrickson and written by him and Cargill. It was released in 2023 as part of an anthology film called VHS 85.
Oh.
Which is on Shudder. It's part of the VHS series. I tried finding the short film online. I couldn't find it, but apparently from what I read, it's based on like the cousin of Finney and his sister, I believe, and he also has like supernatural powers or whatever.
Gotta have a weird little kid with supernatural powers.
I don't know if he is a kid. I think he might be an adult.
Gotta have a weird little person with supernatural powers.
Don't know if he's little.
Gotta have somebody with supernatural powers.
Yeah, I guess besides Black Phone 2, there is another sequel. Kind of. It's just in the canon of this world.
It's like a horizontal sequel.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, you know what I mean? Vertical? I don't know. Something around the sphere of it. Floating.
It exists in the realm of things. Yeah, so that's all my research. Let's dive into the main segment.
Let's do it.
I want to, before we get into the grabber, I mean, we kind of already talked about him, but I want to talk about how the family dynamic is different. I think that's a big change between the short film and the movie.
Yeah.
In the movie, Gwen is the younger sister of Finney. She has these consistent visions or dreams that help her eventually find Finney's location. And her mom also had similar powers. Now, in the book, Finney does have a sister, but her name is Susanna, and she's
Cooler
older.
Name. Sorry.
You think Susanna's cooler than Gwen?
100.
That's
Gwen
an
is
interesting
overused.
take.
Gwen is overused.
Okay.
In my Spider-Man Gwen from Total Drama Island. How many Susannas can you name in
How do you
pop
know?
culture?
How do you remember the characters? From
I remember Total Drama Island. That's 2 Gwens right there. How many Susannas can you name?
Susanna from The Summer I Turned Pretty.
I don't watch that show.
Well, so because you don't watch it, it doesn't exist.
It doesn't count to me.
Oh.
Who is that? That's Belly is the name of the main character.
Yeah, Susanna's the
I don't
mom.
know this Susanna girl. Susanna, cooler name.
She died of cancer in the show.
All right.
So sit with that.
So let's roll with that one.
So Susanna is the name of Finney's older sister in the book, and it is implied that she also has some maybe sort of powers, although they're not as consistent, it seems.
This is a big difference. And like, okay, first of all, bring back cool older sisters. When's the last time we've seen a cool older sister in a movie? It's been too
Facts.
long, in my opinion. I think like we have lots of little sisters. We have lots of older sisters that don't do anything or don't care. Bring back cool older sisters who care and are also a little bit scary. Because that's how I interpreted Susanna in the book. Susanna, who's weird, witchy.
She's barely in it, though.
Yeah, but the way he talks about her, he's like, yeah, she's scary. Like, it's like she like lights candles and like, you know, she
likes the occult,
she's into all that. Yeah, exactly.
Tarot
like,
cards, all that.
That's how he describes her. It's less that she has powers and more that she's like looking for it and like a little bit witchy in her ways, which I think is a lot more of an interesting character than the younger sister who canonically has supernatural abilities, because I just think that's so, of course, you know what I mean? At the same time, I do like the character choice of like, I do like how they expanded it, like that they had a mom who was connected supernaturally, who's, you know, was maybe listened to the wrong voices, et cetera, et cetera. I think that the way that they justified it was interesting and cool in the movie. However, in terms of characterization, I think Susanna was a lot more unique in the original story.
She's definitely unique. I just don't know how she would have worked in the film. Like, would her powers have become more of a big, like a bigger deal throughout the film?
You would have had to kill a lot of the supernatural stuff because like, which there is a lot more of, I think, in the book in the movie than in the book. It
seems they're going that route majorly in the sequel too.
Well, in the book, he only gets one call, and I think it is, oh god, here I go with a hot take. I think it's arguable that maybe he hallucinated it in the book. So, because it only happens once.
People are gonna come after
I know,
you
everyone's gonna hate that one, but
for the Black
Did you even
Phone
read it?
short
Yeah, I
story
did read it. I did read it, and in my opinion, it's possible that maybe he hallucinated it. But let's go with the idea that he didn't. In the movie, he gets multiple calls, does multiple different things, actually follows specific direction, which, okay, in the book, he does follow specific direction, but he could have come up with that idea by himself.
Yeah.
By the way, he is a pitcher in baseball in both versions. So the idea of using his hand to like throw something or like, you know, to go like with this motion, plausible, something he could have possibly come up with by himself.
Yeah.
As opposed to in the movie, the things he does, there's no way he would have had access to that information without the calls.
Definitely.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
Because of what I've just said.
No, that makes sense.
And so because of that, I think in the original story, like while we're talking about Susanna and Gwen, like in the original story, her being slightly witchy works. You know what I mean? Because the paranormal elements are, in my opinion, a gray area. Whereas in the movie, she is able to see the future / see the past / is clairvoyant.
Whatever is relevant at the time.
And also, he is getting these phone calls from these ghosts, from people he doesn't know and has never met and has no reason to know, who give him information he would not be able to have otherwise. So therefore, the supernatural world is 100% canonically real in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess it is much more up for interpretation in the short story, especially because the only time we really witness her quote unquote power is like she predicted once the right cards that Finney had, which I thought was a fun little story
for sure
that he included.
And she's never able to do it again, which I think is so exactly like it's like maybe she is like maybe she is in touch with some of that, or maybe not.
And like I think Bruce Yamada told Finney that she found the black balloons that were like trapped on the phone line. So those are the only times that we kind of get like there's something different with Susanna. I don't think, with how they went with the film. Yeah,
in the film it's like
I don't
she inherited clairvoyance from her mom, who had this special gift. She listened to the wrong voices and then she unalived herself. This is one of the things that has sent their father into a spiral and alcoholism, and also is a huge point of tension in the family because anytime Gwen talks about these dreams or these supernatural visions that she's having, her father is triggered because it reminds him of their mom.
Yeah.
Which, that's dark.
Very.
Very different than the book, obviously, where it's just kind of a witchy, scary older sister who can, guess cards correctly.
Yeah, well, let's dive into the parents a little bit.
Yeah.
In the book, both of them are actually still alive. We don't know much about them. We don't really see much of them.
And we don't care about them.
Yeah, they're not.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're not that big of a deal. There's one moment where they're arguing and the kids are like sitting out on the porch while their parents are arguing. But other than that, we don't really know what their relationship is with the kids, what's going on there. As we've mentioned in the film, the dad is alive. The mom is not. The dad is abusive and an alcoholic. The mom took her own life and had the same power as her daughter. So that's the difference between the family dynamics. So there's a character that was added for the film that was not in the book at all, and that is the character Robin. So all that stuff with him defending Finney was added to the film and also led to the theme that Sam was sick of by the end of the movie of defending himself.
Well, it's not even that I was sick of it. It's more so that I just felt like I, as an audience member, and I do believe in people's abilities to watch that movie without being told what's going to happen to the character's evolution. That's the only thing. It's fine for that to be the message. Is it a little shallow? Maybe, but we're talking about a movie where Ethan Hawke puts on a mask and is not sexually assaulting the child he kidnapped. So, I don't know. Maybe we're suspending reality a little bit when we're coming up with the concept here. But
They need to sell Fanta with the grabber's face on it, Sam.
Did they actually do that?
They do.
We should have gotten that.
I know. I should have gotten... Dang it.
I gotta get the Phantom with the grabber's face. It's kind of funny though because it's not really that he's an iconic
They're trying. They're really trying to make him an iconic character.
I mean, yeah, I don't really know what to say about all that. I'm okay with the theme. It's the delivery.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I mean, most of it
yeah.
not subtle. Most of what they're trying to say throughout the film is not subtle.
No.
And I don't really mind that, I guess.
But we can go back to Robin.
Yeah.
Robin is a small child, but is somehow able to beat up everybody around him.
Somehow, and he makes everybody terrified
He
of him.
loves Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
He does, which terrible taste, I will say.
What?
I hate that movie.
This is crazy. Okay, everyone drop hate comments.
You just don't. You want me to get hate comments. You want,
Yeah, it's
you want
your
the
turn.
hate to turn from you. Yeah. Leave a nice comment on our long walk TikToks, please. Even though you don't read them, I'm the one that reads them. He's just another person that our character Finney can attach himself to and grab onto.
Yeah.
Somebody besides his sister.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. It's like in terms of where we've distributed our coolness into our characters, we definitely removed a lot of coolness from from Gwen, and we gave it to this new character, Robin. And we're like, you're gonna be the coolest. You're gonna wear a bandana.
Man, you just have some beef against Gwen.
I don't have beef against Gwen. I just think Susanna was so cool. You're gonna do my girl like that. That's how I feel about it.
You should be Susanna for Halloween.
What would that be? That'd be me.
Oh, you don't know who I'm dressed as? I'm Susanna
Look,
from the Black Phone from 20th
I'm gonna
Century
mess up a card
Ghost.
trick. Watch me.
All right, moving on from Robin, we have the Galesburg Grabber in the book. That's what he's known as, versus just the Grabber in the film. So those are the names that he was given by the media.
What do you think about that?
Well, Galesburg is an actual place in Illinois. I looked it up.
Oh,
So I guess it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense
I
to
kind of like the location though.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
I from again, marketing perspective, would you buy something with the name Galesburg Grabber? I'm going to go as the Galesburg Grabber for Halloween, guys.
Okay, fair enough. However, I feel like usually when they name people these things, it does have a location attached to it, doesn't it? Like, who's that one, the famous California one? It's like the
Zodiac Killer?
No. Okay, maybe you just disproved my point. But no,
Yeah.
there's like a California Strangler. It's like the San Francisco something.
Yeah.
I don't know what his name is, but I feel like, I guess maybe they don't do that. I thought they did.
Yeah, not always.
No.
Not
Okay.
always.
I retract my statement.
Okay. I mean, I think the Grabber is straight to the point, but also...
Straight to the point. You know what he's doing. He's grabbing.
Yeah. But also in terms of if you're naming a serial killer or something, kind of lame when you think about it.
Well, because he's not killing anybody. He's grabbing them. That is what he's doing.
Yeah. He is killing him, though.
The grabber and killer. Like, what do you...
In terms of realistically, Galesburg Grabber makes sense because the G, right? They both start with
The
the G.
alliteration.
The alliteration. It makes
Yeah.
sense. Just calling someone the Grabber, kind of lame. But again, we got to sell those Fantas, people.
And also, he is grabbing. I
Yeah.
can't emphasize enough. This man is grabbing.
Well,
that's what he's doing.
I'm trying to remember what the Chucky...
He doesn't even kill Finney. The killing isn't 100%. He is 100% grabbing.
Yeah, but his intention is gonna kill Finney.
Do you think he was going to let him go? If he was honest?
No.
What if he was, though?
Of course not. He can't. That's the thing.
This is why they should not have cast Ethan Hawke in this role, because I feel for him. I'm like, what if?
Wow. I don't feel for this guy.
Well, I don't feel for the grabber.
I don't feel for Ethan Hawke either.
You don't feel for Ethan Hawke?
No.
That's crazy.
To help with your argument that you were kind of making, the
Okay.
Chucky, when he was a human, before he became a killer doll, his name that he was called was the Lakeshore Strangler.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They do it. They do a thing with locations.
Yeah, true. All right, as we've mentioned already, the Grabber in the film, he claims to be a magician, but in the book, he claims to be a clown. Do you think he actually does that for a job?
I believe that the grabber in the book is a clown. I do
Yeah.
not believe that Ethan Hawke, come here, let me spray
I was
something in
gonna
your
say
mouth,
that, yeah.
is a magician.
I agree. I 100% agree.
He's like, let me do a he doesn't even seem serious when he's doing the magic trick. He's like, come here, what? Let me do a magic trick. Spray. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, like that's not even, you didn't even try to do something with cards.
Yeah, put a little effort into it,
But
my
the
guy.
clown had the balloons.
Yeah.
So
Maybe he needs to learn from Susanna.
that's what I'm saying. We all do.
Yeah. This character that has like
Zero
one
lines.
line, yeah.
Like literally 0 lines.
So the grabber in the film, he wears this mask with like horns, kind of a devil type mask that changes throughout the film, his facial expressions. And he's also thinner in the film.
Significantly so.
Yeah. Although he's got some muscle, he's kind of packing a little bit.
Okay, now who's the Ethan Hawke fan? Okay, you guys hear this? You guys hear this? That's what I thought.
Anyway, in the book, he's described as being middle-aged. He's a bit bigger, and he has a name. His name is Al/Albert.
Yeah, his name is Al.
Yeah, we don't really know the grabber's name in the film, right? His brother does. Brother
Max.
name's Max. Yeah.
Yep.
We'll get to the brother later. Finney gets kidnapped out of a hardware store waiting for his dad in the book.
Wait, I thought it was a grocery store. Yeah, because he goes and he buys grape soda. But maybe that he could do that. I honestly don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember. He's waiting outside of a store. Yeah. In the film, he's just walking home from school. So
Yes.
as we kind of mentioned, makes more sense that he'd be carrying groceries to his van.
Right, like why he's there.
Yeah. A big difference between the short story and the film is that in the film, Finney gets multiple calls from previous victims. In the book, he only gets one call from Bruce Yamada, who tells him to pack the phone with dirt. Instead, in the film, Robin is the one who tells him this information, that he should pack the phone with dirt and use it to hit the grabber with it.
Can I say something?
No. You're not allowed.
Let's end it there.
It's a podcast. You're not allowed to talk.
One thing I like about the movie better than the book is that in the movie, Bruce is like, yeah, I don't really remember who I am, but I do remember like what I said to you. And like he's repeating that. And I really liked in the movie that they didn't cut away to a flashback and you actually had to use your noggin and like remember that little thing from the opener as like who that character was in order to believe the way that Finney did. I feel like that was nice. Because I feel like other movies in the hands of other creators / artists would do a little flashback.
Well, they did
like,
do a...
They did?
Well,
Maybe I
not
looked
like
away.
a flashback of them chatting,
Yeah.
but a flashback of Yamada's like growing up, playing baseball.
Oh, yeah. No, I know. But I mean, like, I feel like if this were a different director, they would, like, as soon as he says it, cut to the thing that we already saw earlier in the movie. And I'm really glad they did not do that.
Yeah.
I liked Bruce. I liked, like, the fact that he was kind of distant, but that, like, Finney kind of knew him. Mm-hmm. It was, like, a good way to illustrate that these are unrelated. You know what I mean? The kidnappings.
Oh, right. Like, okay, he just targets random
Exactly.
kids
It's like that was a totally random person, yeah.
that are probably alone, don't have anyone else that they're walking with. Mm-hmm. We see the kidnappings we get flashbacks with all the kidnappings. Robin, the male newspaper boy, and the bully. We see them all being kidnapped. And yeah, seems like they're all kind of loners maybe. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Another thing that's added for the film, as we've mentioned, is Gwen's dreams, which we see visually as like flashbacks or to help her find the location of the grabber's basement or his house. And yeah, so we're able to physically see Bruce and the other victims through this. While in the short story, Finney just kind of tells us like, yeah, I knew this kid. I played baseball with him. He said what did he say? You did dirty.
Yeah, he was like, you played dirty.
You played dirty. Well, in the film, he's like, your arm is mint. He has like a phrase that he says.
He says something, yeah.
Yeah. And that's how he's like,
yeah.
oh, you're Bruce. Like, that's how
Like,
he
I
picks it
remember
up.
that. Yeah.
In the film, there's a scene where Finney goes upstairs and manages to escape, but then he gets pretty quickly recaptured by the grabber. Now, in the book, this does not happen at all.
True.
It's a much shorter
That is true.
experience.
Overall, short
Yeah.
kidnapping.
He's in there for like 3 or 4 days. He gets one phone call from Bruce who tells him how to take down the grabber.
That's true.
Now in the film, like, he gets multiple calls and they each give him like a hint on like how to escape. So one of them tells Bruce is the one in the film that's like, hey, try digging under the tile. Try digging under the tile. The bully tells him about the meat that is in the fridge that's like, you just got to break through the wall or something. I don't remember. He uses the meat to defend himself against a dog. What was it? Robin's the one who tells him about the phone. The newspaper boy tells him about the wire that he eventually uses to trip the grabber and break his ankle. So from each victim, he's able to use what they have learned to eventually take down the grabber, which I think is really cool. Like seeing it all eventually play out.
Agree.
I thought it was just so clever. Finney using the toilet to get rid of the dirt.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's so smart. Like he's a very smart kid.
Me, I would have probably died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would not have thought to do any
But
of that.
notice how he doesn't kidnap women. So you wouldn't even catch me in that situation. I wouldn't be there. I'd be at school.
Even in the short story, huh? He doesn't.
Nope.
It's all boys, huh? Okay. So the grabber has a brother in both the film and the short story.
And he does coke.
Yes.
In both the film and the short
that is
story.
So interesting. Yeah.
I was surprised that they kept it. Or like, it's a detail that they like.
There's a lot of little details like that they kept from the short story. Like even lines that the grabber says is basically just straight up from the book. So in the book, his brother, we don't know his name, but he's crashing at his brother's house. He's an unemployed guy.
Cokehead brother, as described in the book.
Yeah. In the film, he's also an unemployed cokehead brother, but he's trying to find the missing kids. And even he wants to help the police out. He's like, I got this map. Like, it has to be in this general vicinity, like where the kids are.
This to me was a very Blumhouse touch. Sometimes they will have a character almost be the voice of the audience. Not that character is, because he's obviously been tracking the case for like months or whatever, but like that they have somebody who is tracking in the context of the narrative what is going on, like simultaneously. Like this doesn't exist in the short story. The brother doesn't care, and also probably doesn't even know about kids that are going missing.
No, he probably doesn't know about the other kids, but he does.
He finds out about
Finney. Yeah, and he's like, "Do you want to know how I found out about you?" And Finney's like, "No. Like I want to get out.
I don't dare.
And
Let
he's
me
like,
out."
"Okay, well, whatever." I loved that, and they did kind of keep that element in the film as well.
Yeah,
I did like that moment when, what'd you say? Max? What was his name? Max? Okay. Which this guy, he's been in, he was in Sinister as well. So Sinister, Ethan Hawke.
No, well, yeah.
This Max, the guy who played Max, I don't remember his name. But
They're all so familiar.
They're all Sinister guys. They've worked together. But when he's looking at the map that he made on the wall, and there's like pins in it, and you just see his head tilt.
Oh, Frank in the short story.
Frank is the brother?
That's what it says on Black Phone Wiki.
I don't remember it. I went back and looked, and I don't remember it. Okay.
Frank.
Black Phone Wiki. Thanks for that. But yeah, so the brother is like looking at the map on the wall, and you just see him tilt his head slightly, realizing, oh my God, my brother's house is in the exact area where the grabber's house would be. And it's just like seeing that realization is so fun. Of course, it comes a bit too late, but I did like that. All right, coming to the end here. Just a small note. The grabber has a dog in the film. He does not have a dog in the book.
We don't know that.
We don't know that, but we've never
It's not
hear
a
about a
plot point.
dog or
Yeah.
anything. Yeah. I was really struggling here. There's not much in the short story, guys.
We are at over an hour right now in terms of our content.
True. So
Sorry, go ahead.
as I was talking about, Finney uses a wire trap to break the grabber's ankles in the film, and he eventually strangles him with the phone wire. That does happen in the book. But in the film, he uses all the tools the victims told him about, while in the book, he just strangles him with the phone. He hits him with the phone.
True.
And then he strangles him with the wire.
Well, the strangling is also like fully his idea in the book.
True.
Whereas in the movie, it's not really, right? Or is it?
I think it is. I don't think anyone
involved.
tells him to do that.
Strangle him.
So yeah, he strangles him with the wire. And I do like the ending of the short story, which is also in the film, where there's a call on the phone while he's strangling the grabber. And he's like, "It's for you." And then that's just how the short story ends. I'm like, that's good.
Nice.
That's good. And was brought into the film. But we do get a little bit more after that. In the film, we see Gwen using her powers to help the cops find the location of her brother. This doesn't happen in the book. Like we mentioned, we don't really see Susanna's powers that much. How is Gwen able to convince the cops that like her dreams are reality?
No, they already know that because earlier in the movie, they're like, "You said that you saw something about black balloons," and she's like, "Yeah," and then they're like, "Well, we didn't release the details that there were black balloons in the case, so how'd you know that?"
Oh no, it was Bruce Yamada's case.
Yeah,
She was telling Bruce's sister, like, I
about
saw
black balloons. Yeah, exactly.
Was it black balloons?
Yeah, and they were like, "We didn't tell anybody about black balloons."
Oh, okay.
So what do you know? And
So
then she's
then
like,
they-
"I have dreams," and then they immediately are like, "She's clairvoyant," and
But
they're
I'm
like,
still like, usually that does not happen in a horror movie, or it's like,
"Believing children."
yeah, believing children, like, oh, your dreams are true, sure thing. Like, that's why when they were helping her, I was like, oh, really?
You know what though?
I
Let's
could-
not
I mean-
waste time.
We have no other.
We know we have to
leads.
get there,
We need to
so-
do it. Yeah, we've
I
got
think
no
that was a good
other
choice. Yeah.
evidence. So yeah, as we mentioned, the book ends with the final line, "It's for you," as the phone is ringing.
Hell yeah.
And then he just breaks the guy's neck, and then that's the end of the short story. With the film, it ends with Finney being rescued. He escapes the house. He reunites with his family, and then he goes to school, and the girl likes him.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the movie.
Victory.
Yay!
He finally learned how to stand up for himself.
Yes, and he got the girl.
And he got the grabber.
Yes, he did. Do you think a telephone wire could do that?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I feel like, would it not break?
No, I think it could.
It could do that much damage?
I'm pretty sure people do kill people like that. I mean, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, why do you feel so strongly about this, Sam?
I'm like 100% when I did it.
From experience.
Well, now I need to look it up. But also, I hope this isn't used against me as evidence.
Yeah. Delete your history.
AI says yes.
And AI is never wrong.
It's true. No, I'm pretty sure this is like a real way that people can get killed.
Okay.
I mean, if you're gonna strangle somebody,
I'll buy it.
so you'll buy it.
I'll buy it. I'll
You hear
believe
that?
it.
You heard that?
That's
Okay. Let's move on.
okay. So, what do you prefer? The short story or the film?
Oh. For our audio listeners, I just wilted. I don't know because you know what? Movie.
It seems like you do know.
It's the movie because, and I didn't really talk about this, but I thought it was a really good visual decision to show all of the kids that died.
Yeah.
While they're talking. Nice. I thought that was cool. I thought it was classy. Did not affect the book. made it significantly more visually interesting. And honestly, we need more movies where if you're going to change something, it's not just for the plot. We're in a visual medium, okay? So like if you're going to change something, make it look cool, make it like look interesting. And this movie did that successfully. And for that reason, I would like to reward the movie with a yes, I've chosen you. Not that I have any qualms with a short story. Of course, it's fine as is.
Yeah.
But nice job on the movie.
Short. Yeah.
Nice job on the movie.
Because what is the short story trying to tell you?
It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?
Yeah,
That should have been my non-spoiler review.
Well, yeah.
We're past that.
But like we see these themes in the film, but with the short story, it's like what really happens. A child gets kidnapped. He talks to a ghost. He's able to defeat the bad guy.
Yeah, he gets rid of his kidnapper.
It's really straight to the point. So it's like, what are you trying to tell us with this short story? So
yeah, it's true.
I wonder if he did expand on it, what his theme would be.
It's true. Maybe we should have given him the chance with the novel, but alas, we did not.
No,
so.
we didn't. He didn't give himself the chance.
This
This is on him. This is on you,
his
Joe
fault.
Hill.
Yeah, drop the novel whenever you want. We'll read it.
We'll read it.
We'll listen to it as an audiobook.
Yeah.
What do you prefer, movie? Did you say movie?
I'm going to agree with you on movie.
Yeah.
I think, the scares were pretty good. I think.
They were. I jumped.
Yeah.
I jumped. I like dug my nails to my arm at one point. I was like, oh my goodness.
Scott Derrickson is really good at doing some decent jump scares.
Totally.
Yeah, the music is great. The acting is great. I think they took basically every element from the short story and just expanded on it. So I have no complaints, honestly, with this movie. This movie, in case you don't know, the Blumhouse internship process, you have to write like a couple pages on a Blumhouse movie of your choice, and this was the one I did.
Really? Mm-hmm. I didn't know that.
I did The Black Phone because it came out like right before I applied, and I really liked it. I think I saw it twice in theaters. So, all right, let's get through this versus that.
Get through it. Interesting verbiage.
It's gonna be torturous.
Oh.
Clown versus magician.
Like
not in a fight.
Nope. It's always in a fight.
No, it's never.
Okay, well, obviously in a fight, magician.
That's not what I'm asking.
Magician has saw. Need I say more? Wait, why are you looking at me like you're confused? You know when you saw a lady
Some of them have a saw.
You got a saw. Person with a saw versus clown. Person with a saw. Right? Anyway, not in a fight. Which do I prefer?
Yes.
In the context of the story or in general?
Just in general.
Am I hanging out with them?
Yeah.
I'm hanging out with them.
Yeah. But they're not trying to kidnap you.
Okay, so it's just like somebody I would like the company of?
Yeah.
Probably musician, but if it's a really
magician?
good, what did I say?
Musician. Musicians are scary.
Magician, probably magician. If it were to be a clown, a really good clown could beat a lower level magician.
Very
know
true.
What I mean?
Yeah. Some of them I feel like have to know like magic tricks, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Best of the best, both of them.
Magician.
Yeah.
I'm going to agree with you there. I feel like clowns are creepy, no matter what age.
I don't feel that way. I just don't think they're funny.
Yeah. Would you rather have psychic powers or talk to ghosts?
Okay, with my psychic powers, do I hear the good and the evil voices? Or am I like Gwen? Where I can just like see things?
I was imagining like Gwen.
Okay, then I'm gonna go with Gwen.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to ghosts.
Yeah. Like
They're
what
weird.
info do you even need from a ghost?
I don't need anything.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Even though he gets all his help from ghosts.
I wouldn't be like I said, I'm not a man, so I wouldn't have been kidnapped. So
yeah,
I would have been
women
in
never
class.
get kidnapped, guys.
Well, this guy doesn't like women. And better for us. I would have been at school. And I would have been seeing the future with my supernatural abilities. I would not have been talking to ghosts.
Yeah.
Bless you.
It was the ghosts. It sneezed. I agree. I think psychic powers would help you out more.
For sure.
Yeah. All right. Last one. The Grabber versus Megan.
What?
Let's go.
In a fight? Megan. It's always
yeah,
Megan in
Megan's
a fight.
always gonna win in a
Are you
fight.
kidding? Like, she's
Just
scary.
who do you prefer as a horror icon? Or they're really trying to make them horror icons.
So, like, okay, Megan in the first movie or Megan in the second movie?
Just Megan in general.
Combining both of their essences. Because Megan in the second movie, get out of here.
Yeah.
Megan in the first movie, tops the grabber.
I guess we'll
Megan
see
in
with
the second movie.
the Black Phone
That's
too.
what we should do. We should do first grabber versus first Megan.
Okay. That makes
Megan.
That would be fair, yeah.
Second grabber versus second Megan. Probably second grabber. He is supernatural in the second one. So
Yeah, maybe
Do
he
with that
can't be
information what you will.
killed. I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah.
October 17th in theaters. We're not sponsored.
I was going to say, why are we giving them free advertisement? This basically is a free advertisement.
Don't see it.
Well, no, we like we don't want to say anything of that nature. But
So are we helping them out or no? Are we saying to go
we're
see
neutral.
it or no?
See it if you're going to see it.
Or not? If
If you don't want
to
to see it, you don't have to see it.
Yeah.
Do what you're going to do.
You can grab
We're
it
probably
on
gonna see
streaming
it.
services when it comes out.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want here. We're probably going to watch it though.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I would say the grabber over I just find Megan
Really?
annoying.
Megan won.
Yeah, even Megan
She
won.
got so TikTokified.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is she got overhyped? I
But
fear.
I feel that before all that, she was funny.
Yeah,
And I feel like she was scary.
she was scary.
And also, this is before the AI stuff really hit the ground running. Like, I think it was just like at the right time when, like, if I were to watch that same Megan movie, if it came out right now, I'd be like, this is so.
We've done this before.
Yeah, and like not tasteful and like, you know, but because of when it came out, it was like, oh, this is like, you know, good time.
That's our episode. We have one more episode coming out this year, and then we're gonna take a break until 2026.
Scary.
But yeah, it is pretty scary. Oh, we didn't even talk about. It's been a year that we've been doing this.
Oh, we should have done a birthday. Should we do that
I
next?
should have-
Should we get a birthday cake next episode?
Let's do a birthday cake.
We're totally gonna do it.
Let's
okay.
do birthday cake.
Next
I don't know
episode.
where, but we're gonna get a
We're
birthday
gonna get one.
cake.
I'm gonna order one right now.
Anyway, we celebrated our 1 year anniversary. We've been releasing episodes for a year, which is crazy.
That's insane.
So yeah, we will be doing one more episode this season. We're going to be covering Welcome to Dead House, which is the first Goosebumps book. So check out the book, check out the 2-part series, or 2-part episodes. And yeah, we will see you October 30th, right before Halloween. Ooh. All right, follow us on... I forgot I still had more to plug. Follow us on social media at Dreadful Digest Pod on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Leave nice comments on TikTok, please.
Say you like when I have new ideas that aren't in the book.
Yeah. God forbid you theorize about a book character. You're not allowed to do that anymore.
No.
Not nowadays. You can't have an opinion about anything. Anyway. We will see you next episode. All right. Bye.
So now we gotta get a birthday cake.